I have some serious concerns over the coming of the next election. My mind was taken back as I saw this and I watched this Joe Manchin, the great unifier, um, doing a meeting, a town hall meeting in New Hampshire. And I was thinking back to the Christian churches in the 1990s when this big movement was going on that we need to plant new churches. We need to do things better. We need to do things differently. We're more about Christianity than just words. And we need to be touching people and we need to be touching society and we need to be reaching out and doing things in a new way. So we put forth this big expansion to build these new churches, mega churches, and churches everywhere, new church plants. And I was a part of that, and I fell for that. But what we did was end up dividing congregations. We ended up splitting churches up. We ended up taking old dogma, deacons, and constitutions, putting them into a new building, and we ended up with old dogma in a new building. I'm very much afraid the same thing's going to happen with this new unity of a third party. They say that it's a bipartisan type thing, that we can bring Democrats and Republicans together. Bullshit. Until we take the lifelong politicians out of Washington, until we take them out of office, their career politicians out of office, and we start electing new people to run this country, we're going to get the same old thing. If we keep doing what we've always done, we'll keep on getting what we've always gotten. Well, that's the truth, folks. You could put Joe Manchins or Rockefellers or whoever have you, George Bush's or Trump's under a new label, but you still got old dogma running the show. Of course they know how to get the money in Washington. That's what they've done all these years is got your money. They know how to play the political role. This is my rant for the week. You know what, folks? A third party very well might ensure the reelection of Donald Trump. We don't need that by any shot and long means. But that has caused enough division in our country. That's a story for another day. We don't need any more division. We don't need a third party. We need our politicians to come together as they swore an oath to do, a constitutional oath to come together for the benefit of the American people, not for the benefit of their pockets. And I'm very much afraid too many of them is taken for the benefit of their pockets. There's an old theory called the Berry Bucket Theory in churches. And what it means is very simply this. New people come into churches and they might have great talents, but they're quieted down because that's not the way we've done it in the past. The older congregations will stifle them down and most of the time cause them to leave a church. Well, folks, that's what's happening in Washington. We need new blood in Washington that'll stand up and stand for you and stand for me. We don't need the same old rigmarole that we've gotten for years. A third party. Wow. Well, that tells you right there it is. I mean, that's their goals. Senators running for president, well, that's good. But, look at Joe Manchin's age. Now, he's getting up there, too. How old will he be when he completes his presidency, if he was elected? What about senators running for governors and governors running for senate? And you know what, folks? West Virginia's been a den of thieves for years. And I'm sorry to say it like that. That's the way I feel. And it's my constitutional right to be able to express my feelings. And I believe that if we would elect the same old people, we're going to get the same old thing. It's time for America to wake up because we can't fall for your third-party tricks. You know what? In 1933, Germany had a problem. They fell for it. And Hitler about took over the world for it. America stood it in and paid the cost of freedom for the world. Folks, this election's coming up and it's your turn. You're going to have to stand up and fight for what's right, not what's old and proven to be wrong. Stand up for what's right this election. Vote for what is right. Vote the old out, and let's bring in some new blood. Well, that's my political rant for today. God bless, and have a good day.